When Women Speak.
And New Jersey Poetry Events presents
When People Speak.
Poetry and conversation with pop-up poetry guests. Your hosts will be Amira, Shabazz, Bilal.
And your co-host, James C. Ellerby.
Once again, we're going to keep this show moving and go to our next performer. And I had the privilege of meeting, I actually met this individual from the same person, Cord Moreski, down in Asbury at his show. And I also met Christopher Bogart, a prior poet as well from Cord Moreski. But I want to give her flowers before I bring her on to the show. Miriam Kramer is a poet currently residing in Hillsborough, New Jersey. She majored in creative writing and works at an educational nonprofit. She is overly sentimental and has been known to rescue items from other people's garbage. Her work has been published in the Rising Phoenix Review, Rat's Ass Review, and Anti-Heroin Chick. Her debut chapbook, In the Time This Too Shall Be Proven Foolish, was published by Dancing Girl Press. Miriam has read poems out loud to friends and strangers in many parking lots and established venues all across the United States. So help me at this time bring the one and only Miriam Kramer. How's it going? Unmute yourself. There you go. How's it going?
Good. It's good to see you. How are you?
Good. It's been a very long time, but definitely had to bring you on the show and share with the people your words. And thank you for being a part of our show. So they heard all about you. Now we want to hear them words. So I'm going to get off the scene and let you do what you do.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. Okay, so this is called Journals of an Engine Driver. Today, it was a little girl, her wrist gripped tight in her mother's hand, eyes bright as she waved from the platform. Look, Mommy, it's a late driver. I will never tire of hearing this, the pride that fills my body like steam. I tuck these moments into the luggage of my memory. Maybe one day they will outweigh the rest of the baggage I carry. I smile at her, hoping my lips do not shake, praying my clenched teeth translate to baby, you can be anything when you're grown. I found another runaway teen in the station tonight when I went in to use the facilities. She was all old limbs in the November chill, the first approaching frost showing on her breath. I bought a hot dog and did not ask her name. Tonight, I felt I was empty, a boxcar without freight. Nothing to offer this girl but more distance. I do not have closure for her. I cannot help her arrive anywhere other dark circles that are my own. I don't know why he chose me this evening of all the trains traveling this country. The passengers will not know why we stopped, why their dinners are getting old. They will read about it later in the news or scrolling through Facebook. They will say, how awful and what a tragedy as they eat the microwave meals. They will forget there was a woman driving the train, unable to stop, watch it all unfold. watching him cross his arms and close his eyes. Tonight, I kept my eyes open. Moments before collision, these are the most intimate moments of my life. Just him, me together before impact. I cannot steel myself. I will be the last person who could have identified him without dental records. I will recognize his face in the wreckage of my dreams. I will call the dispatcher. She will ask me if I can check on the situation. I will tell her, no, not this time. Thank you. The next read is called Saturn Devouring His Sun. When Lee talks about paintings, I listen. Lee is an art major and the prettiest girl I've ever kissed, and I am hoping for pieces of residual beauty. She does not show me beautiful paintings. Today, she pulls up a Google search image of Goya's Saturn devouring his son. And suddenly, I am 5 years old at mainline Montessori school. I am the student who discovered the surprise guinea pig babies, and my chest swells full in a way I've rarely felt replicated. One baby is all silken white fur. We name her Snowball as a class. She lives for 3 days. My chest deflates in a way I have grown as familiar with longing. Few of us know death yet. Our pixie hair teacher stands before us as we are a collective crisscross applesauce. The air is heavy like an anvil. With the heels of my eyes pressed, with the heels of my hands pressed to my eyes, I remember Snowball's mother nuzzling her belly, trying to rouse her before taking a deep, sharp bite. A Google search in the current day tells me this is rare. Guinea pigs do not often resort to cannibalism. It is reserved for cases of malnourishment. I close my laptop and focus on Lee's cheekbones. I think of all the love I have on reserve and how she will consume it if I let her. Thank you. And I'm going to close it with one called Dirty Laundry. The boy who killed himself in 10th grade wore Vans sneakers and band t-shirts. I wish I'd known to unfold myself before him like clean clothes at the start of a new day. To him, lay your baggage before me. Show me threadbare shirts and the ripped knees of your jeans. I will show you patchwork jackets ripping at the seams. We will learn to sew. We can buy matching suitcases, fill them to the brim, and lug them on our journey. Together, we could shed our tattered clothes. Show me someone with knowledge, and I will show you a hollow shell. I have longed like you long to be an empty basket, with no laundry left to air out. And so I should have told him, yes, you are alone, like I am alone, but sometimes it is better to be broken. The longing keeps us alive. It feels like moths gnawing our insides. So show me your mismatched shoes and pockets full of nothing but holes. I will show you missing socks and torn stockings. Show me, but do not give these things away. When you are out of pieces to lose, life will take from you. If you cannot hold on to your fraying seams, let me. Just please don't leave. Thank you.
Where do I begin? Oh man. The last piece, he says, sometimes it is better to be broken. Mm,
That-
mm, mm, mm. That's what I like about you. You just have a way of just capturing that pure emotion, that raw emotion with no filters, something that we all can identify with. I mean, your first piece you did, you said, I do not have closure for her. I can't help her arrive. Wow. Like, ah, I can go on and on. A Google search in the day tells me this is rare. Mm, like, like what? Where does that come from? Where does that like? What inspires you just to make those so real connections that we all know and identify with? Like, what place does that come from?
I mean, it truly, for me, from a place of survival, because I, when I wrote the piece of the engine driver, I've never driven a train, good grief, but, I've been all of those characters. I've been, I've been low enough that I've wanted to be all those characters, and so I have to let that out somehow, and so for me, part of the writing is just to survive, the turmoil of our own minds.
Mm,
Um, and I'm just grateful that it resonates with other people.
yeah, yeah. Does it blow your mind sometimes? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but sometimes, like, I will recite something that came from a very real place, that came from a place of um, me fighting. You mentioned to survive. Coming from that place, and then a person say, "Wow, you just expressed perfectly what I'm feeling like right now, like right at this moment." You know, like does that? I mean, how does that feel? Like, how do you process that? Like as a
Yeah,
poet and
I mean, it's surreal, right? Like you're saying, like it's almost not even, because on the one hand, that's one of the reasons I started reading poetry was because it was like, oh wow, other people feel the way I felt, and other people have gotten through what I've got, what I've felt and what I've been through, and so, it's kind of bittersweet to hear that from someone else, like, "Oh, wow, like, I'm really grateful I could touch you like that, but, like, I sure as hell wish that you weren't feeling that."
right,
Um,
right, yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. I can tell you had a picture posted up recently of the books that you were reading, and I can tell that's where it comes from too. Um, a lot of poets that are starting out, ask me like where does like your language comes from, or where does your ability to paint pictures with words. And I tell them, you got to read. You got to read. You got to read um, the ones before you. The ones that are here. Um, just be a constant searcher of information, so you can find your own words and find your own voice. Through either your pain, your joys, or your promises. You know what I'm saying? And I was happy that you showed that because a lot of people don't realize that um, that's when you become a, uh, a person that is so honed into your craft. You got to read, you got to know, you got to experience, you got to you know um, be tapped into that, be tapped into that creativity in order to express it yourself. You know. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you being on the show. Appreciate every poem that you shared. And I'm just grateful to see you again because it has been a minute, but I was glad that we can reconnect and you can be a part of what we're trying to do here on this platform. So, you got anything coming up or anything you're working on? Or,
I am hopefully working on putting together something full length someday. So stay tuned. I'll keep you posted. Thank you so much for having me. It has been such a joy and honor to be here.
Oh no, the honor is definitely ours. And one more thing, how can the people connect with you on social media and all that good stuff?
I can drop that on Facebook, but I have a Facebook page. I have an Instagram. You can befriend me on Facebook if you want. We can be friends for life if you want. I have a Twitter. The other, I was like, there's another one. So I'll put all that. I'll put all that in the chat. And we have to connect with people.
Indeed, indeed. I know it's hard to catch up with all these social medias, Snapchat, Clubhouse, you know, TikTok. Oh man, you can tell I'm getting old. Trying to catch up with all this social media stuff. But always a pleasure hearing your words. And thank you once again for being a part of our show. And can't wait to hear some more works from you because I definitely do enjoy your work and definitely can connect with your work. So the pleasure's all ours. And definitely connect with her on social media. You can reach out to her right at her name, Miriam Kramer, right on Facebook. So connect with her, and yeah, you definitely won't be disappointed. So thank you. Thanks again. Promote your business live on When People Speak. Our promo videos are 35 seconds. They're ran for 3 shows, and it's a good way to grow your business. Support our platform at a low promotion fee. And remember, your business matters. And you can do that by emailing us at whenpeoplespeak@gmail.com. So support When People Speak. Be a sponsor. Be part of the family. We know you're enjoying the show so far, and this is how you can show your support of When People Speak. You can donate now at Cash App, $Amira Shabazz. So support the artist, support the platform. You are the ones that make this show possible. So continue to allow more impactful, inspiring shows by donating now.